come to a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. Shrug your shoulders to your ears and let them roll down your back. Send one arm up high, breathe in through your nose. And take it up and over in a side bend. Breathe in. On your exhale, take it any degree deeper. Inhale, come back up to center. We'll take it on the other side. Inhale, other arm comes up. Breathe in. Exhale, take it up and over. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up through center. We'll take a seated twist. So one hand comes to opposite knee. Inhale. Exhale, draw your belly up and in as you rotate to one side, looking over your shoulder. Stay here for one breath, breathing in. And release. Come back through center, we'll take it on the other side. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Release back to center, come onto all fours. We'll take some cat-cows. Breathe in, drop your belly. Lift your chin. Breathe out, round your spine like an angry cat. Keep that going. Maybe starting the movement from your tailbone and ending with the crown of your head. One more. Plant your hands on your mat. Bring your shoulders over wrists. Curl your toes and find plank pose. Press back through your heels and activate your legs. So engage your quadricep muscles. Draw your low belly up and in. Press the floor away. Breathe in. Breathe out through your nose. Look directly down at the floor. Stay here for one more breath. On your next exhale, drop your knees, and then you're going to draw your elbows close to your torso as you lower all the way down. Bring your hands down to your low ribs. Inhale, lift your chest. Keep all 10 toes pressing into your mat. Inhale. And exhale all the way down. Press back to child's pose. Draw your knees far apart to the edges of your mat. Big toes come to touch. Sit back. Inhale. Exhale. Release. One breath here. Come back to tabletop. Curl your toes, press through the L's of your hands, that's your index finger and thumb. And send your hips high for down dog. Bend into one knee and then the other. Walking out your dog. Bend your knees a lot. Look forward, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We're going to take 3 rounds of sun salutations. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. flat back. Exhale, plant your hands on the pinky toe side of your foot. Step back, high push-up. So for the first one, we're going to lower our knees to the mat. So inhale, exhale, knees, chest, chin come to the floor, forehead comes to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, press back through tabletop. Tuck your toes, find your downward dog. Inhale, exhale, side out. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high push up. Press back through your heels, engage your quads, draw your low belly up and in. We'll be here for 10, 9, 8, what's up? 7, 6, yeah? 5, 4, no, 3, 2, on 1. You can drop your knees. You can have a snack, but not candy. Love ya. You can drop your knees and lower down to the mat, or you can take chaturanga. You're going to bend your elbows. Your body's going to come to elbow height. Shift forward to upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale, side out. One more inhale. Exhale, side out. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Last one, inhale. Sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high push up. We're gonna hold for 10. Press back through your heels, look down. 8, 7, low belly comes up and in. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale, side out. Inhale. And side out. Inhale, sweep right leg high. Bend your knee, draw it into your nose. Stay here for 3. Round your spine for 2. On 1, inhale, send right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, right elbow, right knee comes to right elbow. We'll hold for 3. Breathe for 2. On 1, send right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. We'll hold for 3. For 2. On 1, sweep right leg high. Inhale. And exhale, release right foot to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, side out. Inhale, send left leg high. Breathe in. And exhale, draw knee to nose. Hold for 3. Press the floor away for 2. On 1, sweep it high. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Look down at the floor, press the floor away. 1 more, and release. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. We're gonna hold for 3. For 2, on 1, left leg goes high. Inhale. Exhale. exhale, you can drop that left foot. Send your knees wide, big toes come to touch. Stretch your hands forward, come back to child's pose. Inhale, exhale, side out. Come back to tabletop. Curl your toes under. Lift your knees off the mat 1 inch. Make sure shoulders are over wrists, hips are over knees. We're gonna hold this for 10. Draw low belly up and in for 8. 7, press the floor away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, send hips high. And find your down dog, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Now we're going to move the spine in all 6 directions. So bring your feet underneath your hips. And we're going to take a standing side bend. So sweep arms up overhead. Use one hand to grab opposite wrists. Inhale to grow long. Exhale, take the side bend over to one side. So I'm taking it over to my left, and I'm pressing down on the floor through my right foot. One more breath in. And stay for your exhale, and come back through center, shake it out. We're going to take it on the other side. Send arms up overhead. I'm taking right hand over left wrist. Breathe in, roll long. Exhale, take it up and over. Stay for one more breath. Come all the way back up to stand. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Bring your toes to touch. Heels are about an inch apart. Bend your knees a lot, like you're sitting back into a chair. Sweep biceps to ears, so you're in chair pose. In chair pose, draw attention to your hip creases. See if you can draw them back and down. Now take attention to your low belly. Pull it up and in. There you go. So your belly is really activated, as are your glutes. So glutes and belly are what are supporting you here. Assisted by quads and hamstrings. Inhale. Exhale, sit back a little deeper. Inhale, sweep arms a little bit higher. And hands come to heart center. We're going to take twisty chair to the left. So right elbow comes on the outside of the left knee. Breathe in. And on your exhale, low belly comes up and in as you peel open through that left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe you twist a little deeper. And then release back to chair pose. Now think about what's happening with your hands. Spread all 5 fingers away from one another and spin your pinky fingers in. There you go. Inhale. Hands come to heart center. We'll take twisty chair on the other side. Breathe in. Low belly comes up and in. On your exhale, maybe you gaze up over your right shoulder. One breath here. Stay for your exhale. And then release. Forward fold. We're going to toe heel your feet apart. Bend your knees and come into ragdoll pose. So hands find opposite elbows. You can bring a sway here side to side. Release your hands. Bend your knees. Inhale, and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Bring your feet back underneath your hips. We're gonna do a standing back bend. So we're gonna cactus out our arms. So we're gonna have goalpost arms. So your elbows are gonna be in line with your shoulders. So inhale. And exhale, goalpost arms. Press your hips forward. And imagine sending your low ribs up towards the ceiling. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high push up. We're gonna lower down to forearm push up. So forearms come to the floor. Your forearms can be parallel, or hands can come together to form like a little tripod. So you wanna think about pressing back through your heels, activating your quads. Low belly comes up and in. We're trying to avoid any kind of arch in your back or raising of your bottom. Press your forearms into the floor, but at the same time, see if you can let your collarbone shine forward just a little bit. We'll be here for 10, 9, 8, keep breathing, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Walk your feet forward for dolphin pose. We're just here for 3. Press the floor away with your forearms. On 1, hands. Come back to the mat. You are back in downward dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, side out. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Ignore how out of breath I am. Other foot steps forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. So now we've warmed up. We've moved our spine in all 6 directions. Just gonna make sure this is still recording. Yep, okay. And now we're gonna build a little bit of heat and then stretch it out. So here we go. Inhale, come up to the top of your mat. We're gonna come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your hips, Utkatasana. So I like to have my feet together in Utkatasana. You can also widen your feet so that they're hips distance apart. It's up to you. Again, draw attention to your hip creases. Bring them back and down. Low belly comes up and in. You should be able to see all 10 toes. Breathe in, lift your chest. Breathe out, sit back and down. Nice work. We'll be here for 3, 2, on 1. We're going to stand all the way up, right knee lifts. Nice work. Hands come to your hips. And see if you can straighten out that right leg. So you can stay right here if you want, or you can flex your right foot and try to extend. So really activating this quadricep muscle. You're really strong in your left leg. And imagine that you're pulling that right leg back into its socket. We're here for 3. For 2, on 1, bend that right knee. Shift your gaze to a little bit in front of your mat. Keep flexing through your right foot. We're coming into warrior 3. So hands can find heart center. Flexing through that right foot. Don't forget to breathe. Now we want to close your hips so that they're facing the floor. You can do this by drawing attention to your pinky toe and then dialing that pinky toe down towards the center of your mat. Nice work. We're going to be here for 3, 2, On one, bend the front knee, step back. We're coming into high lunge. Okay, so front knee is over ankle. You're up on your back toes, hips are square to the front of your mat. We're gonna sweep biceps to ears. Nice. Relax your shoulders down your back. From here, we're gonna do 3 yoga kicks. So bring a little bit more weight into your front foot. Inhale. On your exhale, kick your back foot forward, flex your foot. Ha! See if you can land back in your high lunge. We'll do that twice more. Inhale. Exhale, ha! Nice. One more. Inhale. Exhale, kick, ha! And release. Nice job. Inhale. Maybe you look up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high push-up. Inhale. Exhale, lower down through low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. And side out. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. So we're gonna take that on the other side. I should have mentioned at the beginning that if at any time you need a break, child's pose is always available. Okay, we're gonna come back to chair pose. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, sit back and down. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sweep pinky fingers up and in, they're facing one another. Take a look at all 10 toes, and then draw that low belly up and in. So if you think about your low back, you don't want to have a really big banana spine. Sending your belly button to your spine will take some of the arch out of your low back. Inhale and exhale, sit back and down. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And now inhale, come all the way up. Left knee comes up, left foot is flexed. So let your shoulders relax down your back so you can stay right here with this left knee lifted. Or you can start to extend that left foot, pressing through your heel, really drawing in your low belly, activating that left quad. Pressing that right foot into the floor. Nice job. Keep breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Bend that left leg. Shift your gaze down to the floor. You can bring your hands to heart center. Keep pressing back through that left heel. We're coming into warrior 3. Close your hips. Dial those left pinky toes towards the center of your mat. Activate that left glute. Press that heel any degree higher. Maybe you lift through your chest a little bit. Opening up, broadening that collarbone for 3, 2, on 1. Step back, bending into your right leg. Landing in your high lunge. Inhale and side out. Ah. Nice work. Front knee is over ankle. You're up on your back toes, pressing through that back heel. Hips are facing the front of your mat. Inhale. Side out. Ah. Okay, now we're going to do the yoga kicks on this side. So bring a little bit more weight into your front foot. Inhale. Exhale, kick your back foot forward, ha! And try to land back in your yoga lunge. Inhale, we'll take it again. Exhale, ha! Nice work. Flex that foot as it comes forward. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Ha! Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Step back. High push-up. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Inhale. And exhale, side out. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale. Hands come to heart center. All right. Bring both feet to the top of your mat. We're going to take tree pose. So bring all your weight into your right leg. Bring the sole of your left foot somewhere leaning against that standing leg. It can be around your ankle or it can be up near your inner thigh. Avoid the knee. And we're going to press the heel into your standing leg. Press your leg against your heel. Bring hands to heart center. Try to relax your gaze on one single focal point. When you feel steady, maybe you grow your branches. For an added challenge, maybe you shift your gaze up towards the sky. Don't be discouraged if this causes you to wobble because it's much harder. So it's just something extra to practice. We're going to switch legs. Bring weight onto your left leg. Take your right foot and place it approximately in the same position as you took on the other side. Heel presses in, leg presses back out. Hands start at heart center. When you feel steady, you can grow your branches. Maybe you shift your gaze up toward the ceiling. And maybe you wobble, and that's totally cool. All right. Come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high push up. All right, spread your fingers wide. Press the floor away, activate your legs, press back for your heels. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on one, lower all the way down to the ground. Bend your elbows behind you. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Retuck your toes. So toes are curled under. Press through your heels. Lift your knees off the floor. Draw your belly up and in. Press into the floor. And back to down dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps up. Bend your knee, step it through. Get steady. So we're in our low runner's lunge. Right leg is forward. You're up on your back toes. Inhale, biceps find your ears. high lunge. Take one breath in. Exhale, open up into your warrior two. So your back foot is flat. You're pressing through the back edge of your back foot. Front knee over ankle. And take a, check out your stance. You want to line up your front heel with the center of your back foot. Hips are open to the side. So you should feel a big stretch in through your inner thighs and your hips. Take arms out to the sides, shrug them up to your ears, and let them roll down your back. If you're feeling really stiff through your arms, you can also send your palms up towards the ceiling, and when you feel relaxed in your shoulders, then you can flip your palms back facing the floor. We're going to be in warrior two for 5 breaths. One more breath. Flip your front palm and reverse your warrior. So send your fingers up to the ceiling and keeping the bend in your front leg. Take it up and over. Breathing in to lengthen. Exhale to side bend. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Extend through those top fingertips and then come back up. Your back hand finds your back hip. And we're gonna hike, we're gonna do a hip hike. So you're hinging at this front hip and sending your front arm long. We're gonna come into triangle pose. So this bottom hand finds your shin, or maybe it dangles somewhere between your knee and your ankle. Top arm comes to the sky. So your legs are really strong here. You're pressing both feet into the floor. For an added challenge, maybe you take core supported and bring that bottom hand, palm facing the ceiling, up parallel to the floor. One more breath in. And stay for the exhale. Bend back into your front knee. Bring that right hand down in front of your right foot. You may need to walk your back foot in a little bit. And send your top arm high. So now you are in side angle pose. Inhale. Exhale, try to peel open through that left shoulder. Maybe you take a half bind. If the full bind is in your practice, maybe you take your bottom hand, pressing the floor away from both feet, and take that bottom hand, hands find each other behind your back. One more breath here. Release the bind. Top hand reaches towards the ceiling, and use your leg strength to bring you back up to warrior two. Come through center, legs are out pretty wide, toes, feet are parallel to the edges of your mat. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, let them roll down your back so you're broadening across your shoulders. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, gaze up, gently open your heart. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward. One more breath here. And draw your low belly up and in. Release your hands to your hips. Come to a halfway lift. Use your leg strength to bring you up. Pivot towards the back of your mat. Step towards the back of your mat. Inhale, sweep arms up and Up overhead, exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high push up. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on one, lower all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale. Tuck your toes. Activate your quads, take your knees off the floor, draw low belly up and in, press up to high push up, and back to down dog. Left leg sweeps up high, bend your knee, step your foot forward for your low runner's lunge on the other side. Get nice and steady. Press into your front foot, lift up your arms, biceps straight, ears, for your high lunge on your left side. Inhale, exhale. Open up the warrior 2. So back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat, front knee over ankle. And your front knee is going to want to move towards the big toe side of your foot. So you're always going to be trying to press it away towards the pinky side edge of your foot. So my warrior 2 stance is a little bit longer than my stance in other standing poses. You might find that that feels more comfortable and that you get a better stretch that way as well. So send arms out to the side, gaze out over your front middle finger. Press through the back edge of your back foot, and we'll be here for 5 breaths. One more breath. Flip your front palm and we'll take reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. So inhale, send your top fingers high. Exhale, take it up and over. One more breath. Keep the bend in your front knee. Take it any degree deeper. Inhale, straighten your front leg, extend through those top fingers, and we'll take triangle pose. So right hand comes to right hip. We're gonna hinge at your hip. I'm shortening my stance a little bit. Hinge at your hip, reach forward with your front hand. Reach, 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 and that hand comes down. Top arm reaches towards the ceiling. So you can rest that bottom arm on your leg, or for a challenge, you can let it float there, really relying on leg strength. You can also take core supported. And come back to your warrior 2. Drop that front hand on the inside of your front foot. So your elbow and your forearm are on the inside of that left knee. Top arm is reaching toward the ceiling for extended side angle pose. Top arm can stay here. If you bring a little bit of bend towards your elbow, it's easier to open up through that top shoulder. You can keep the hand here or find the half bind. If the full bind is available to you, go ahead and take that, pressing through both feet. Release the bind, top hand finds the ceiling. Use your leg strength to bring you back up to warrior 2. Inhale, exhale. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Step back, high push up. Inhale, exhale all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. One more inhale. Sweep your left leg high, bend your knees, step it through. Coming into your low runner's lunge, and then pivot towards the center of your mat. This time we're gonna do heels in, toes out. We're gonna come into horse pose. So the tough stuff is almost over. We're gonna get real low here. So we're gonna really press into those heels. Try to get as low as you can in this stance. Nice. And then we wanna open up through shoulders and keep a really nice flat back. So almost imagine that you're leaning against an imaginary wall behind you. We're gonna be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Stand all the way up. Reach up, breathe in, and fold forward. Bring hands under shoulders. Breathe in. And on your exhale, twist open towards your left. Release that hand. Take it on the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Draw low belly up and in as you open up through that right shoulder. And hands come down. Now take your heels in, toes out. You might need to jump them a little bit closer. We're going to come into Malasana squat. All right, so your bottom is dropping towards the floor. Your elbows, you've got a proud chest, and your elbows are on the inside of your knees. So just take a moment to slow down your breath. You can rock side to side. I'm going to walk you through some prep for crow pose. So crow pose, to get started here, we start from our Malasana squat. And I'm just going to show you what it looks like so you know what we're talking about. But in crow pose, you have your hands on the floor and your feet leave the floor. So it looks intimidating, but it's actually pretty straightforward and it's easy to build up to. So I'm going to have you come into your Malasana squat. And I'm going to have you put your hands on the floor. So when you put your hands on the floor, look at your hands. They should be absolutely flat, as opposed to this or this. So start with flat hands. And take your knees and bring them a little bit, bring them so that they're touching the backs of your arms. And come up onto your tiptoes. So that's all we need to start. And then I'm going to have you shift weight forward and shift weight back. Shift weight forward and shift weight back. So in crow pose, your body's like a seesaw and your wrist creases are the fulcrum of the seesaw. And the trick to crow pose is getting the same amount of weight behind your wrist as in front of it. So when we get used to rocking weight forward and rocking weight back, you'll see that as soon as you've got enough weight in front of your wrist creases, your feet automatically leave the floor. So I'm sure you're thinking, well, that seems a little terrifying because the more weight that I shift forward, the more it looks like I'm in a somersault. And there is a way to prevent that. So we want the motion of your body to be forward and back in a parallel plane to the floor. So it's not an up and down, it's not a jump, it's not an up and down motion, it's a lean. It's a forward and back lean. The other thing is that a lot of people have a tendency to tuck their chin, and your body is going to follow your gaze. So if you lean forward and tuck your chin, you can see it's really easy to start to tumble forward. So it's not going to come as your first instinct in your body, but I want you to remember to keep your chin lifted. So you're going to lift your chin, lean, and lean back. Shift weight forward, look up, chin up, lean back. Shift weight forward, chin up, and shift weight back. Okay? So you can start right from your Malasana squat, leaning forward and leaning back. Eventually, you're going to get your flat hands and transition to piano fingers. So almost like you're getting ready to play the piano. This will give your fingers a little bit more grip and ability to direct your motion. So again, knees are high up, touching the backs of your arms. Bottom is up, toes, you're on your tiptoes. Look up, chin up, lean back. Chin up, lean forward, lean back. Chin up, lean forward, lean back. Okay, that's a lot of work on your wrists. And it's using a lot of muscles that you might not be used to using, so that's enough practice for today. Okay, so come to your tabletop pose. Inhale. Take your cow pose. Exhale. Cat. Inhale, drop your belly for cow. Inhale, cat. Come back to neutral, step your right foot forward. Bring your hands to your right thigh and drop your hips. So you have a couple of options here. You're stretching out your left hip flexor. So for me, this feels comfortable having my torso upright. If this is too much stretch in your hip flexor, you can have your hands down like this. If it's not enough stretch in your hip flexor, you can take a baby back bend here. Straighten out your front leg, send your hips back. Flex your right foot. So now you're getting a stretch through the back of your right leg, your hamstrings. So try to hinge at your hips, coming down with a flat back. Bring the sole of your right foot back down to the floor. Now dial those right toes out to the right and come onto the razor's edge of that right foot. You're going to send your knee out to the right. So this is going to be corkscrew pose. Plant your left hand under your left shoulder and you can start to look over your right shoulder. You have a couple of options here. So it might feel nice to keep this spinal twist going. It might feel nice to grab your back foot. That adds in a big quadricep stretch. Or you can release that back foot and come onto your forearms, releasing that right knee out to the right. This is really stretching your outer right hip. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Bring your right sole of foot back to the floor. And we'll come back through tabletop. This time, inhale, drop your belly for cow pose. Exhale, round it for cat. Inhale, drop your belly for cow pose. Feel your pelvis tip forward. Leave your low body just like that. So hips over knees. Walk your hands forward for puppy dog pose. To come out of puppy dog pose, press your forearms into the floor, shift weight forward. We're gonna take left leg forward now and stretch the right hip flexors. So left foot finds the floor, and you find the variation that works for you, either chest lifted or hands framing your left foot, or maybe you take a baby back bend here. Trying to release any gripping sensation in that right hip flexor. Shift your weight back and bring your left toes to the ceiling. So we're gonna take attention to hip flexors, send them directly back, and come forward with a flat back, getting a big stretch in your hamstring and calf muscles. One more breath here. Bring your left foot back to the floor. And we're gonna come into corkscrew pose. So bring both hands on the inside of your left foot. Left toes turn out to the left. Come onto the razor's edge of that left foot. Left knee starts to move out to the left. So you're getting a nice stretch through your outer left hip. Your right hand comes underneath your right shoulder, and you peel open with your left shoulder. So this might feel nice to you. Maybe it would feel nice to bend your right leg, reach back for your right foot. That's a very intense quad stretch. It might be too much. So just see how it feels. And you can also just keep that torso facing forward. Maybe you come onto your forearms. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Left foot finds the floor. And come back to tabletop pose. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And we're gonna come all the way onto our bellies. We're gonna set up for locust pose. So bring your forehead down to the floor. And hands come down by your sides. So for the first round, the only thing that's gonna come off the floor is your head and your shoulders. So inhale, lift your chest, draw your shoulder blades together, hands stay on the floor, feet stay on the floor. Look down, so don't try to crane your gaze up. Look down at your mat. One more breath in. And release. You can turn your head to one side. Relax. Round two, bring your forehead to the floor. Take your hands together behind your back. Interlace them, drawing your shoulder blades together. So inhale, lift your chest, look down, draw your hands towards your feet. Inhale, maybe your feet lift. Nice work. We're going to be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Final round. You can take the same round of locust that we just took, or you can take a bow pose. So bring your forehead to the mat. If you're taking locust, interlace your fingers and draw them down towards your feet. If you're taking bow, you can bend both knees, flex both feet, and grab onto the front of your ankles. For bow, inhale and kick your feet into your hands. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Or sorry, I count to 5. So we're on 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring your hands to cactus and bend both knees. Let them windshield wiper. Side to side. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, and we're going to press up to our knees. We're going to take camel pose. So I like to double up my mat to support my knees. We're going to stand up on our knees and tuck your toes under so that you lift your heels. Roll your shoulders up and back. Bring hands to invisible back pockets. So inhale. On your exhale, open up your chest. So this is camel pose. You can stay right here. Another option is to hinge at your knees. So it would look like this. Hinging at your knees. So it's not deepening the back bend. It's just decreasing the angle between right here in the backs of your legs. So it's not additional back bend. It's just getting you closer to finding your feet. So if you find your feet, press your hips forward and then tip your low ribs up to the ceiling. You can keep your gaze neutral or you can look up and back. To come out of camel pose, bring your hands to your hips. And come all the way up. Head comes up last. And you can sit back on your heels. You can give yourself a big hug, maybe rounding your spine nice and gently. Release. We'll take that one more time. Come up on your knees. Tuck your toes under. Roll your shoulders back. Hands come to invisible back pockets. So draw your elbows together. Inhale. Draw your shoulders together. Open up your chest. Option to stay right here or to hinge at your knees, grabbing your feet, pressing hips forward, opening up your chest. Maybe you look up and back. When you're ready, you can bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up. Head comes up last. And you can sit back on your heels. Nice work. All right. Take your legs out long. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Really gently because we just took a bunch of pretty deep back bends. So we're hinging at our hips, drawing our low belly in as we fold forward. Come all the way back up. Come into a little ball, roll onto your back. Squeeze everything in. And then keep your right knee in, let your left leg go long. Squeeze your right knee into your chest. And then send right knee across your body. Open up your right arm. And gaze, so your right knee is coming to your left. You're gazing over your right shoulder. Come back through center, come back into your little ball, squeeze your knees into your chest, and release right leg long. Left knee draws over towards your right side, left arm goes long. You're looking over your left shoulder. Come back through center. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. On your inhale, feel your belly rise. On your exhale, feel your belly fall. You're welcome to stay here or to move into Shavasana. Sending your legs long, arms out by your sides, palms facing the ceiling. Start to take attention to your breath. On your inhales, say rising, rising. And on your exhales, say falling, falling. As thoughts float by, notice them and let them move along, and then return your attention to your breath. Start to bring small movements into your fingers and toes. On your next inhale, send arms up overhead. And take a full body stretch like you're waking up for the first time. Gently roll over to one side, coming into a fetal position. Slowly, and with eyes still closed, press yourself up to a seat. Bring hands to heart center. Thumb knuckles come to your third eye. Breathe in, and we say namaste. Thank you guys. It was nice to do yoga virtually with you. Excuse my being extremely out of breath. I haven't done an entire class, queuing an entire class in a long time for adults. So thanks for bearing with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.